What is happening, everyone? Welcome to GBALL VISION. We have an exciting list to dig into. We are going over some of my favorite knives to come out in 2023. You'll have to let me know down in the comments, what are some of your favorite knives that have come out this year? It was a great year for knives, whether you are just coming into the knife community or you have been here. What an awesome year for knives. So we're going to kick this list off with the Arcane Designs Preytheon. This one in particular is coming in S35VN. You have this nice coated drop point blade. He also did some 20CV versions, and he had some exclusive models as well. You have this nice little mini fuller, dual thumb studs, and you have this nice intuitive front flipper tab there. Good access to the liner with a nice chamfer. This is going to be G10 with a G10 inlay on this particular version. You have this nice minimal fold over titanium clip. This is fantastic. They came out early in 2023. I want to say like March or so, somewhere in that ballpark is when they started, getting into the market. This is a nice medium-sized everyday carry, comfortable, well-made, and it's just got a unique look to it. Arcane Designs typically has knives and designs knives that are very unique looking. They have a nice unique take on them. I love what Israel does over there. Definitely an awesome knife for 2023. This is one that came out even before the Arcane Designs Preytheon. This came out in January, early January, I believe. The Tuya Envy. This thing is fantastic. I believe this was the first knife I got of the year. Coming in S90V, you have this nice satin sheep's foot blade. Dual thumb studs. It is a fingerprint magnet, so we might have to wipe him off a little bit. And this is a knife that I have used. You can see that I'm really starting to wear this thing out, but that's okay. That's what knives are for. You have this nice titanium frame lock where the lock is exposed. You have these beautiful copper infused carbon fiber inlays. The transitions are flawless on this thing. Very well done, very comfortable. Titanium backspacer with an integrated lanyard loop. You have this nice minimal titanium pocket clip, and these are at a great price considering S90V, titanium, carbon fiber inlay. I mean, the value with this knife and at Tuya is just almost second to none. They do such a fantastic job with the materials and the price and the build. Just a fantastic display of what these knife companies are capable of and the price at which they can sell them to us. It's just fantastic. What a great time to be into knives. Let's get to the next one. This is a knife that I got for my birthday, actually. This was a knife that my father, my old dad, got for me for my birthday. This is the Jared Oesser F22 Urban EDC Supply exclusive. This has a nice black washed M390 drop point blade. Very cool looking drop point. You have this nice sharpening choil here. And then the cool thing about this knife is it's using the Kickstop, the Lee Williams Kickstop, which I absolutely love. I think I have 3 or 4 of Lee Williams Kickstop production knives, and they are all fantastic. Absolutely love that about the Kickstop. You can flip it, and the flipper tab does not come through on the other side like a standard flipper does. And the action is just out of this world good when it comes to a flipper knife. This is on bearings, and it is just a dropper. I love this thing. It's got a nice slim and slender profile, very gentlemanly. You have these black micarta scales. You have this titanium shield, titanium backspacer, a nice titanium milled pocket clip, minimal hardware, ultra comfortable due to that very neutral handle shape. This thing is an absolute banger. I don't think the Urban EDC Supply exclusives are available anymore, but you can definitely still get an Oesser F22 Kickstop, and you will not be disappointed if you were to pick one of these up, Riot OEM'd. Just a fantastic knife and an awesome, awesome birthday present. Next up, we have one of my favorite button locks of the year. This is the Kizer Clairvoyant, and it is fantastic, guys. S35 VN for the steel. This is a Miguron Knives design. I like Paul. He seems like a nice dude. He's always, if it involves his knives, he's there checking it out, and I think that's really cool. But Paul, shout out to you. If you see this, you design one mean knife for sure. So you have this nice stone-washed, tumbled sheep's foot blade coming in that S35 VN. Dual thumb studs for deployment. I love how the blade kind of trails up there and then back down. You have this nice fine jimping here. The thumb studs are ultra comfortable. This is a titanium button lock with marbled carbon fiber for your secondary onlays here. Titanium backspacer with a little integrated lanyard loop there. You have the Miguron design emblem there, which is a nice little touch. A very cool milled titanium pocket clip. Definitely a solid knife at a solid price. One of my favorite button locks of the year. Love that thumb stud button lock action. You can really get on this thing. You have this nice little pivot collar there on both sides. The marbled carbon fiber is very well done. Look at it hit the light there. Just some very well executed stuff. And I love marbled carbon fiber. You're going to see another one here coming up. But the Kizer Clairvoyant, they did a couple different versions of this. I think they did a more affordable version. And then this is, I believe, the more premium version with the S35 titanium and carbon fiber. Ultra comfortable. How the handle is shaped. It just gives you a nice purchase. Even if you have bigger hands, this thing is nice and comfortable. And then you add in the fidgety goodness of a solid button lock. You got the Kizer Clairvoyant, a nice slim profile that's going to make an awesome EDC knife. Next up, we got a pretty big fan favorite of the year, the Miguron Keryx 2. And this thing is, for the money, guys, very hard to beat. M390 on the steel. You have this high polished sandblasted finish. Sheep's footy, Warren Cliffy, more sheep's footy though. A modified sheep's foot, I would say. But you still have this nice pokey tip here. And it does have a little bit of belly. So it is more sheep's footy. You have this nice cutout here, and you have this very usable front flipper that has the jimping all the way around as I mess it up there on camera. But you can, as I mess it up again, you can get a nice purchase on this thing as far as the front flipper, if you're not under a camera, of course. But the Keryx 2, for the money, is absolutely fantastic. You have this nice micro milled titanium handle. Look at the milling. Just very good stuff for Miguron. Nice clean show side on the blade. You have Miguron's little emblem there on the pivot. You do get a brass pivot collar. Nice full finger choil there. Access to the lock bar is good with a nice big chamfer, titanium milled clip, titanium geared backspacer. This is a very good EDC knife, and it looks awesome as well. And then these come in at a fantastic price. I love being able to choke up right on this thing. And then the action is just fantastic on bearings, just like the rest. And just a great user coming in at a great price. The Miguron Korx 2, definitely a high recommend for 2023. Next up, we have the Skelton Blades Caladan, and this is a Tuya Knives OEM. And so who did the Envy is the same company who did the Caladan. Jim Skelton is the designer of this. Great dude. S90V for the blade steel. What a great choice. And this is a hand rubbed finish. Look at that. Just a great finish. Nice drop point blade. Very user friendly blade. Flipper tab is done extremely well on bearings. You can push button it, light switch it. Just a fantastic flipper knife. Very comfortable in hand as well. I love how it swells here. Just a very comfortable knife to use. Bolster lock, so it is still a frame lock, but you have the onlay here hiding most of that lock bar. Solid lockup. A nice, unique milled titanium clip. I like it. It's unique. It's different. It's not something you see all the time, just a regular old milled clip. It does look nice and unique. You do have a titanium backspacer with a little lanyard hole there as well. The action on these are just out of this world good. Love the Skelton Blades Caladan. Definitely one of my favorite knives of 2023. And we have the EMP EDC Ronin. This is actually a one-off that I won from EMP EDC on his Instagram giveaway. This knife has received a ton of love, but I don't beat the piss out of it because it is a very special knife to me. It's a one-off, so nobody else has this particular version. You have a satin finished L-Max Tanto blade, and that is one hell of a unique Tanto blade. You have the prototypical EMP EDC cutout and fuller combo there, and then you also have this nice tall front flipper tab that works extremely well. Just a unique design coming from John Rusk. Titanium backspacer with an integrated lanyard loop there. You have this awesome milled titanium handle. Very well done. This one's sporting a gold zircuti pocket clip. Kind of hard to pick up in the light, but it's got hues of blue and gold, and it just looks fantastic. Great access to that lock bar. The action is just insanely good. It's got nice tight tolerances, but it will just drop down, and then you give it a little loving, and it will drop right home. Love this knife to death, and it will not be getting used and abused. It'll get used, but not abused. One of my favorite knives in my collection. The EMP EDC Ronin. I believe these might be out of stock currently, but if you are interested in this knife, I'm sure they will be coming back in 2024. What a fantastic design. What a great year for knives. Let me know down in the comments, what are some of your favorite knives of the year? What are a couple of your favorite knives out of this group? Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button for me. I really appreciate it. And if you're new to the channel or you've been here before and you're still not subscribed, I invite you to hit that subscribe button. I would love to have you here. Otherwise, guys, I hope you have a safe one, and I'll catch you on the next one.